Hi, and welcome back. We're getting ready for round 6 of the Hunter Burton Memorial Open 2024 10-year anniversary. I'm Hal Brady here with Tannen Grace. Tannen, last round, also more good matches.
I think it's a theme of the day here today, Hal. It's just the games have been all great, and we've seen some really sweet comebacks too. I've seen some games where I'm like, I'm ready to call it for this person, and then I've just been very, very wrong.
Yeah, for sure. And I love conceding. I just love it.
I love conceding.
Like, if I get behind, I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Switch chat. Who else loves conceding? I know I don't.
Well, like losing.
Sure, yeah, okay. Good point. There's a distinction between the two.
Like,
so I see what you mean, and I can kind of get behind that. Like, I value my time very highly, and I value your time very highly. So, like, if I could save us each 5 minutes, yeah, why not? Let's pick the card.
It's fun to be ahead. I don't want to just sit there and be behind.
Sure,
even though you have like an outside chance, you should not concede. Anyway,
but yeah, the games have been really, really good here this weekend. Not to mention, I think we got some more good ones coming up here as soon as we got this round ready to go. We got some sweet decks coming up, and I'm really excited about this round, Hal. Do you know why? The guy on the left here, D'Anthony Davis. This is a local player to me from the Louisiana area, and look, he's young. He's hungry. He wants to be good. He's 5-0 here today.
Love that.
He's got the, you know, when you like see somebody and you like, they're like the young up and comer. They have that fire in them. They want to play. That's the Anthony Davis. Like this guy, he puts in the time. I see him playing every day in his Discord channel, getting some practice. And I think he was doing something like 4 or 5 leagues a day over the last week to make sure that he was ready for this event. And hey, look, you put in the time, you put in the effort, you're getting the results. So good on him.
Yeah, I mean, it must be really paying off. I mean, there's some luck involved in this game, but of course, hard work always pays off in this game.
And then we got Clyde Johnson on the other side playing hard skills. Clyde Johnson, it sounds like a basketball player for like the Houston Rockets or something.
A little bit, yeah. Man, Hardened skills. I've tried to play this deck so many times.
It hurts my brain.
Just get demolished.
Yeah.
Doing, and then there's always someone undefeated late in every modern tournament I see.
This is how I see it. It's with me. Whenever I play against this deck, it's the best deck I've ever seen. It always just beats the crap out of me. The player playing with it plays perfect and just plays circles around me. When I play with it, I'm like an 8 with a typewriter.
It's like I got a 1-1.
Yeah.
I got a 2-2.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Attack 1, I guess. Yeah, so we've got an Ozolith and an Urza Saga on the side for Clyde Johnson. 2 cards that are pretty big in this matchup for him. And then we've got a Teferi 3 on D'Anthony Davis' side. He's going to go ahead and bounce that off. Very good card in this matchup as well.
Yeah.
And here, this is important for D'Anthony, right? With 5 cards of creativity, so just kind of keep the board clear, make sure he doesn't die early.
Yep. And then set up for creativity and probably win from there.
Yeah, so game's going about the way D'Anthony kind of wants it here so far. As long as he keeps making land drops, keeps getting through.
Creativity was kind of a breakout deck last year around this time. We saw a lot of it.
So like it broke out a lot of formats, and Reduke won the Pro Tour with it, and I think it was Pioneer, right? So it was a slightly different version of it. But you know, with the I think that was the Xenagod combo with the worm.
With the worm,
and stuff. But people realize you could play this in Modern too, and this is pretty great. Can we talk about how great D'Anthony's lightning bolts are too? Please. Whew. I don't know if you guys can see me right now on camera. I'm gonna have to fan myself down over here. I'm getting a little warm in here. This jacket might have to come off.
Man, I like the old Modern Teferi. About the
have you ever read it? Yeah. Have you ever read it? It's I love it. They really hit home with it because it feels like it was written in 1996 or something like that. If you've ever seen an old school card and how they're written, it's come a long way.
All right, so we see the Dwarven Mine. We've got 3 other mountains.
Gonna go ahead and get that token. Arcbound Ravager on the side of Clyde Johnson too. Just another card that pops up every now and then in Modern. It's kind of like you mentioned Termagoyf earlier. Some of those cards that like from a bygone era were just so dominant in their day that I still get PTSD when I see them. Like when I see an Arcbound Ravager, I just always assume I'm dead.
I'm just dead.
Yeah, I'm just dead.
Call your permanents. I'm not gonna be able to do anything.
And look, here we go. This is what we're talking about with Hardened skills versus creativity. He could just kind of go for this with impunity.
Just turn for it, man. Dwarven Mine is so good at these shots.
Yeah, being able to fetch, like, that's why this version is so much better than the Pioneer version. The Pioneer, you can't fetch for a Dwarven Mine.
Yep.
And you can't always reliably have, you know, a bunch of mountains in play. So let's see, what's the creature? I believe it's going to be what we normally see. It's probably going to be Archive, but you never know. D'Anthony might have something in his deck we don't know about, but there we go.
All right.
Also, Beta Basics, D'Anthony. God, be still my heart. You just became my favorite local player. Oh, D'Anthony, I love you.
When I was an up-and-coming player, I definitely couldn't afford to put my decks.
Yeah, D'Anthony's got some swag.
Yeah, that's respectable.
Some of that MTG drip.
He's taking the game very seriously.
Yeah. Look, man, look good, feel good, play good, you know?
There's something to that. There's something to that.
Look, nothing against Clyde decks either. His deck looks great. I think is that a foil Besage to play a foil Ozolith? He's got some bling going on too. That's my favorite form of the Urza Saga too, the little blueprint one. I love the blueprint cards. Sorry, Clyde, if we make this seem like this is one side. I'm a little impartial this round. I will admit it.
Rooting for you. I don't know this DM.
All right, come on, Team Manamorph, let's go.
I'm with you.
All right, cool. Look, we'll be against each other. You've got Clyde. I've got D'Anthony. I'm a little ahead here.
Yeah, I'm taking the underdog in this game at this point. Like,
yeah, you've got like the 6-1 right now.
It's looking good.
If you were a bet man, yeah,
oof.
This line would not be great for you.
Teferi's still in play too, just hanging out.
Also, can we talk about the poker face on both these guys too?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, they are stone cold killers here.
I'm not gonna lie, the D'Anthony stance of just like, I'm gonna set my hand down and I'm just gonna death stare at you. Yeah, just hope you don't mess this turn up. Not impressed by the Halo.
Also, you know what? Look, we're kind of joking about it. Look, they're both 5-0. There's a lot of the line in this tournament. You know, tons of money, recognition, a gigantic trophy. I don't know if we've shown the trophy a few times today. I couldn't carry that thing out of this room. I would need help.
I need carry the trophy.
Ow. Ow. Come on, man. It was in my contract for this. Y'all can't do that in the show.
Tell me about that.
No, I'm joking. That was really good, by the way. Oh, that was a good one.
My name's the trophy. So
yeah. Double zinger? Come on, man. I have a family, Hal.
Let me go to combat. Triggers can hit 3 counters.
Honestly, the coolest part of making top 8 of year 1 of this is just having my name on the trophy. Like, that is so sick.
Yeah, because it's got like the Stanley Cup vibe. It has all the names on the side and stuff. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
It's year 1, like, man. So
is that why you're in the booth now, though?
Yeah. You're not allowed to play anymore.
Oh, okay. So is that
Mr. Gary Wong? You just keep going.
You just win it every time. Yeah.
His name on it. On the whole thing.
Eventually, we'll call it the Gary Wong Trophy.
Yeah.
I think if you win it 3 times, they should actually do that for a while. It should just be like named the Gary Wong Trophy or something. You know.
Be cool. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do in hockey. Like all the awards are named after like certain players and stuff. Yeah. They do that in most of the sports now, I think, actually, but most of these sports. The sentence structure there was amazing. Yeah. Back to the match. Yeah.
Hey, Clyde's hanging in there, man. He's got some things in play.
Well, I'll tell you this. Any board that has multiple artifacts on it, an Ozolith and an Arcbound Ravager, you could just die.
It's not
there's a hardened scales at the bottom. Like, D'Anthony's got to be really careful here. Like, there's a chance he could lose from the spot. Like, we were joking about how far ahead he is. The thing is, I don't know what's in D'Anthony's hand. There is, like, some play lines here where you start by, you know, minusing Teferi on something, and it makes Clyde have to move.
Yeah.
You know, like, you have to decide now, kind of thing.
A little bit of a safety blanket.
Yeah. So it does look like D'Anthony's going to start with, what is this going to be, a Ren 6? Yeah, it's going to be a Ren 6. Maybe he starts by pinging something for 1 here. Let's take a look how he wants to do this. Yeah, okay, so he's going to start by, I love this. He's going to start by pinging the Haywire Might. So no shenanigans come here. And you can see Clyde's like, oh no, here we go.
But it's got 2, right? Is it a 1/1? I thought it was a 1/2.
No, it's a 1/1. So he's going to go ahead and sacrifice this to the Arcbound Ravager. He's going to give it an extra counter because of Hardened Scale. So that's at 4 now. Now I wonder, are we going to go to the minus? Oh, I was going to say, you can do it in any order here, possibly. Maybe you attack first, see what's left over.
The swing is pretty sweet because you have to sacrifice. You can't just sack it to Arcbound Ravager.
Yeah, it's going to draw a card, sacrifice. So it looks like Clyde trying to figure out here because whatever's left over is most likely getting pointed at by that Teferi.
Yeah.
So really good job by D'Anthony here, maybe just cleaning up everything. We'll have to see. So see how much. A lot of math, a lot of counters going back and forth here. So
D'Anthony's going to be a pretty healthy life total, but I mean, there's 5 counters on the Ozolith. There's 8 on the Ravager.
Yeah. Keeping track of all this, we need an abacus.
Yeah.
All right, so
discards a card.
Looks like the Fable's going to be coming up behind this. Going to bring along a Goblin Shaman. Let's say, has the Teferi been used this turn or not? I was going to say, I might have missed it at the very, very beginning. I don't think so.
Unless he just ticked it up the very beginning.
Because this would make a lot of sense the way this turn's played out to finish this off with. Yeah, I was going to say, I guess he has used the Teferi this turn, so you can see Clyde untapping very quickly. He's like, all right, I get to have. Yeah.
But I don't
mean,
know.
I've seen Ravager do some things in my day, okay?
Few, yeah.
Arcbound Ravager has won unwinnable games since, what is it, about 2003?
Yeah,
I think at this point.
I started playing even for sure.
Don't make me feel this old.
I'm sorry.
Speaks for.
My granddad told me about Arcbound Ravager.
Yeah, that's how us old timers play. Look, just a block is going to impact the concession here from Clyde. I believe that's going to be D'Anthony Davis going up 1-0 here.
Hey, getting game 1 against Hardened Scales is so big.
Oh, absolutely. And like, let's talk about that too, because like Hardened Scales can do some absolutely bonkers stuff, which we saw happen in those last 2 or 3 turns, but we needed that to happen a turn sooner in this match. You know, the first turn 1, 2, and 3 was too much setup and not enough threat going on.
Yeah, D'Anthony had just the like turn 4 creativity arc on right now. Let's go.
Also, it's like game 1 against this deck. Like, how are they going to interact with us? They're not going to have much ways to interact with us. You know, there wasn't a Haywire Might active in play, so he could just slam it on turn 4. Yeah,
100%.
Now, depending on you know, what kind of mana is up here, how many cards Clyde has, he's going to have to probably be maybe a little bit more judicial with going for it right away here, unless he just has to. Pretty decent opener for what looks like a mulligan to 5 here for D'Anthony as well. Was that, I think it was a Bolt, a Wrenn 6, 2 lands, and something else?
Creativity.
Creativity, nice. Clyde's going to start off the flying 1/1 here on turn 1, but that Shabazz can get out of hand real fast, though.
And I'm such a fan of any deck that gets to play Wrenn 6.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that card, too. 2 mana Planeswalkers, just sign me up.
Well, tell me some all, you know, but...
Hey, I mean, come on, man.
The
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
The original.
Okay.
It wasn't good.
Yeah. Fair.
Even in limited,
It really wasn't. I had a buddy win a pizza key with it once, and he had 4 in his deck. I was like, how was it? He goes, I boarded it out every round. Like, every round.
That's pretty big bragging rights, though.
Right?
So, like, win a tournament with
You know, he probably just didn't draw him in game 1 and then boarded them out. Just
yeah.
running so lucky. Yeah, you've heard about aggressively mulliganing 2 cards. You're aggressively mulliganing away from cards with your deck. Yeah. All right, D'Anthony's going to go ahead and fetch here at the end of turn. It'll say probably going to get one of those. Yeah, one of those triumphs to make sure all of his mana is there for the rest of the games. Making those ley lines a lot cheaper that are going to be very impactful in this match.
Planeswalker is going to be really good. Well, turn 2 is just a cauldron.
How?
Yeah.
Yeah, just the cauldron here is not going to be enough. And this is what you want to see if you're D'Anthony, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, just getting to have the Wrenn 6 here against a 1/1, pick something off like this. You know, maybe Blink Moth Nexus can do some damage with it, but it's going to take some hoops to. You're going to have to do something else as well to take it down. Like, this is a really good spot for D'Anthony.
Yeah.
Also taking a ton of damage here, down to 15 already.
Yep. It's like Ingmoth.
All right, he's going to go ahead and double check this.
It's like, I'm not just going to die to this, right? Okay.
Yeah, or like my Wrenn 6 is going to die to this immediately. Yeah.
I will respond to Wrenn 6.
Good job with D'Anthony there, double checking just to make sure.
Excel your foothills.
Okay.
Yes. That's fair.
Yep. 1 damage over the Shabazz, that's gone.
So no pressure for Clyde's opening up on turn 3.
D'Anthony's still with a lightning bolt in his hand here. Now, he did mulligan a lot this game, but that Wrenn 6 is going to go a long way in unmulliganing him this game as well. Thankfully, he has 2 fetches here. You know, the first one got eaten by the Soul Cauldron, and then if Clyde wants, he can be pretty aggressive with the Soul Cauldron here and take care of it either ahead of time or wait until D'Anthony targets something and then eat it with the Soul Cauldron to kind of keep him off that for the rest of the game. So maybe Soul Cauldron is going to be doing some defensive duty here.
That's actually probably going to be really relevant this game because on D'Anthony's turn 3, he's going to have Lightning Bolt, hope to get back a fetch land, which is probably not going to happen. And he would have been to just walk right into a turn 4 creativity.
Right, yeah, because if he makes all of his land drops, then he would just be able to, you know, find another mountain here.
Oh my gosh, but instead,
there you go.
So he has the line to get the Planeswalker out of play.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. You're going to have to do something to bump up the Blink Moth Nexus. The problem is, for Clyde, that takes up his entire turn to do that. And that's a small victory for D'Anthony, too, but I think he'd still rather have his Wrenn 6 in play.
Yeah, now you're walking into turn 4 with just basically nothing other than your land.
See, this is the scales games I play, where, like, I play against my opponent, they always have 17 things to play, counters on all of it, I can't even keep up with what's going on, and then you look over at me and I've got 3 permanents in play and, like, a 1/1.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to win from here.
It's like, why am I having to play the control deck?
Yeah, I know, right? D'Anthony's hand is no lands, but that's a Brothers War in his hand there. That is a huge haymaker in this meta.
Really good.
This is going to be really good next turn.
Yeah, Clyde's whole turn is just the Ozolith.
It looks like it'll be Ozolith and maybe nothing else. So D'Anthony's going to go down to 14 here. If you're D'Anthony, are you just firing off this Brothers War this turn, or are you going to get greedy with it?
It depends on what we draw, right? I mean, I don't know.
If you draw a land, are you thinking about it more since you have like your plan in place, or are you going to wait to see what you draw if you don't?
Cauldron and Ozolith?
Sure.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah. If you have the land, you get to hold up Bolt as well, though, which would be pretty amazing from this spot. Yeah, let's see what D'Anthony draws, and that might give us a better idea of what he's going to do here. Nothing wrong with just playing it safe either. You know, the longer the game goes, I think the more advantage D'Anthony has.
100%.
All right, so we've got a Surveil here. It should tell us a lot. Yeah. The land went straight into the graveyard, it looks like, from the Surveil.
Makes sense.
Yep.
All right, so he's going to untap here, draw this top part of his deck. Let's see how he wants to play this. I mean, I don't even know if he needs to cast a Brothers War here, right? Like, he's not under a ton of pressure or anything.
Yeah.
All right, Dwarven Mine, going to make the 1/1.
Natural draw.
Yeah, no big deal. No big deal.
Fine.
Yeah. Al, I think you backed the wrong horse in this race, possibly.
Yeah. Well, I started a little behind game one.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
I'm not just gonna leave.
I was a few links ahead. Yeah.
I guess creativity didn't have. I thought I saw creativity in his opening hand, but I'm pretty sure he would have just fired it off there. And he had.
Maybe you saw the Brothers War. It looked like a creativity. Yeah, it's
For
very
sure.
possible. Yeah.
Draw.
Some more upkeep on the graveyard here from D'Anthony. Clyde taking care of that with a Agatha Soul Cauldron. Urza Saga, pretty decent pickup here for this deck. With Clyde there, not only is another mana source, but it's gonna be a pretty good threat here over the next turn or two. That Brothers War looming though, it's gonna be able to clean up any of the, the Karn.
But now, how long do you wait? Do you wait until
Yeah,
he's made
that's-
two tokens already? And like
That's a big question. Is how long do you wait on this Brothers War with? How many tokens is he going to make? That would eat up so much of Clyde's turn.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But if Clyde gives you a really good one this turn, like it
Activate.
deploys 2 or 3 more things, I'd go for it. But
Cast a ballista for
Anthony's got a lightning bolt at the ready here. Okay, so we have an activation. Well, it looks like the lightning bolt's going to come out of the Anthony's hand to take care of the Link Moth Nexus.
what did that walking ballista do?
So did he walking ballista for 0? Okay, so he walking ballista for 0 here because he's got Agatha Soul Cauldron in play.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Gotcha.
It's hard to remember the Soul Cauldron in place if we can't see it.
Yeah, it's a little disguised right now.
D'Anthony's patience really paying off here, getting to pick off possibly one of the permanents that wouldn't get swept up in the Brothers War. Really love this play from him, showing you he really understands what's going on here. And like I say, Clyde's doing a good job of getting done what he can with what he has because
Yeah.
I don't know, this matchup feels kind of rough. Everything D'Anthony does seems like it just crushes this deck.
Yeah, and then at just some point he just gets to creativity into an Archon, which is pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Archon trigger is a sacrifice and not a destroy, because like Hard Scales doesn't really care about target removal because it'll just start sacrificing.
They'll just
things,
move the
but-
counters over there.
Yeah.
Nice.
So D'Anthony firing off the Leyline binding.
On the trigger.
Where's this going to go? It looks like it's going to get the Soul Cauldron.
Yep. Kind of just counters the entire walking ballista play.
Until it leaves.
Yeah, Clyde losing a land here, can't understand how important that is too. He's getting kind of choked on mana most of his games here, and that's been making it really hard for him because Hardened Skills is a deck where you need to draw exactly the right amount of mana with all of your threats to get everything done, and when that happens, your deck comes together so well.
He's casting a Leyline binding.
I actually don't think I don't think we had
So this
Cauldron
area-
last year. Like that's such an added card for Hardened Scales. Like now my Ravager is also a walking ballista.
Cauldron's another one of those cards that like it's so good, and it just goes into so many decks. It just makes my head hurt. So I'm just like all the things you can do with it. Like when a Yogg player does it, I'm like, wait. It'd be like when you play it online, you put the cursor over the creature, and it's the full drop-down menu comes up, and you're like, oh, what would you like to do today, sir? It's like a what's the restaurant with a humongous menu? Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, it's the Cheesecake Factory menu. Yeah. So there we go. That's the new name of it. It's just
Yep.
Agatha's Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, it's good.
So Clyde actually had probably is it natural order or not natural order? I've been playing
Nature's Claim.
Too much time with Santa Rita.
Looks like it was a Nature's Claim.
For the binding.
And this is going to clear the way for D'Anthony to get an Archon in play. That creativity. We've just been seeing the 4-mana ham down the creativities here in this game. We almost got to see Mutate in this game. I would have bet you so many dollars that we would not have seen Mutate this weekend. We almost got to see it here in this game. We're going to see the full spectrum of Modern here this weekend. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Every legal card, I think we're seeing.
Urza Saga up to 2, maybe giving Clyde a little bit of some hope here to be able to make some Orange Struck tokens, but he's a little choked on mana here, so let's see what's going to happen. This looks like, oh, is that a pick your poison? That's a huge play for Clyde here. That's going to slow D'Anthony down quite a bit. Look, he didn't really deploy. Yeah, he didn't really get to deploy anything here, but man, that card has been impressive all weekend. He's not dead. That's the important part. That's number one. Let's get rid of the Archon. We'll deal with everything then. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, everybody's favorite red enchantment's going to follow it up here. Bring a Goblin Shaman with it. And what can this card not do? This card is just so good.
Does it all.
I guess the Soul Calder to go ahead and start cleaning up this graveyard just a little bit more. Make sure that Archon's not going to come back ever. All right, Saga up to 3. Couple good choices of the deck to get for him here, but again, he's losing yet another land, Hal.
Yeah, yep, down to 1.
Yeah, not a lot. Look, this deck can operate on less mana than most, but it still needs some.
Yeah, 1 may not be enough. Curious see if he just goes and gets some sort of mana source.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's some sort of mana source that you get here, or do you just get like some bad? I'm not even sure what you get here. Maybe you get a flyer play. You could maybe win that way by just loading up onto a flyer if you can find some stuff. I mean, Clyde is up against it here.
Yeah. Yeah, having the answer for the Archon is one thing, but you're still behind on board. Like, you know, D'Anthony's still got the Fable that's about to start going. Probably going to find another creativity pretty quickly.
Yeah, so it helped churn through that. You know, really good call on fighting the mana there. He did go ahead and find that Springleaf Drum. I was wondering if he was playing one or not. And Patchwork Automaton, another one that could be pretty dang good here as the game goes on. If he finds a few more artifacts to play, that can start growing, and it's hard for D'Anthony to kill, but it also looks like Clyde has another Pick Your Poison in his hand as well. So if D'Anthony goes off again, he's going to be in the same spot that he was a little earlier, but he'll at least be able to answer the Archon yet again.
I think he's just fired off now, yeah.
Destroy the enchantment. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I think that's fine. You got to take risks to win this game anyway.
Oh yeah, you're not winning it straight up. Yeah. That's not happening. You're gonna have to find a line, commit to it, and go.
If he had another creativity, he may have had a way to just like fire it off again last turn, but instead he played the Fable, unless he just had no other way to get, you know, a creativity target.
Yeah. Speaking of getting things going, here we go. The Patchwork Automaton up to a 3/3 here now. Actually has Ward 2 as well.
And it's also a Walking Ballista.
It is also a Walking Ballista as that goes ahead and cleans up. Nice turn by Clyde here, cleaning up everything. Yeah. And this is going to put Clyde Johnson down to 1 permanent.
Just 1.
Fusion Force, you got a lot of heavy. I hope you've been going to the gym. You got to do a lot of lifting.
Ooh, man. I completely forgot D'Anthony had that. We were talking about that like 5-10 minutes ago.
Yeah, and you see again the patience by D'Anthony really paying off in this match. Just, you know, bolting some stuff, using a ley line earlier where he could have gotten a clean 2-for-1 or clean 3-for-1. He's like, no, not good enough. Not good enough. I'm more greedy. I'm looking for a better spot. I want everything.
Yeah, Clyde ended up just drawing from the turn and passing with the 1 land, and then D'Anthony's untapping and playing the Planeswalker. Gonna have access to another Dwarven Mine, ready to go when we find that next creativity.
At this point, the 1/1s plus the Ren 6 might just get it done.
Might be okay.
Yeah. It looks like he's gonna follow us up with another. Yeah, I was about to say another. Everyone's favorite red enchantment.
Yeah.
Ancient Stirrings off the top here, so we're gonna look at 5. I gotta believe this is going for a land, unless the land was drawn this turn. But the way this game's playing out, I believe he's gonna go for a land. Yeah, another Urza Saga found for Clyde Johnson. If he has something behind this, maybe it's not too far behind. The problem is if this is another 1/1.
It's just,
you know, this Ren 6 is locking it out.
Yeah.
See, D'Anthony wants to get any extra card Oh, that's a no. If I'm Clyde, I'm like, all right, that's enough. I've had enough. That's enough. I'm good. Yeah.
Please. Just no, sir. Doesn't want to loot anything.
Yeah, that is scary stuff if you're in Clyde's seat. Looks like we're gonna have another creativity here from D'Anthony Johnson. It looks like, too. That's gonna be for 2. And that's gonna be enough. The handshake happens, and Clyde Johnson loses a really tough match here this round. Never really got off and going. D'Anthony just had it all, it felt like, at every spot.
Yeah. Even was it a mold of 5 that game?
I believe it was a mold of 5, yeah, the way it looked like.
5 with the Planeswalker, it's like, yeah, it's okay. It's like,
yeah,
it's mold of 6.
He had a couple good clean 2-for-1s, and then what was that, a 4-for-1, I think, towards the end of the game with that Brothers War that he had sat on for a few turns.
Sending him back to just 1 permanent is,
yeah,
that's brutal.
Yeah, just really, really hard fought from the scale side, but that's a deck that it has a lot of moving pieces. You need a lot of them together to make it work. When it happens, it's great. It's really good. And I mean, hey, he's 5-1 here today too. That's a really good record.
Yep.
Still in a really good spot to day 2, and then anything happens there, right? Like, just get yourself to the elimination rounds and see what happens. We all know what happens if I get there, but if you get there, anything could happen. So
everyone else is excited when you make it.
Yeah, exactly. And let's talk less about my shortcomings and what could happen in the next match here. Looks like we've got the backup ready. We're going to go there. Looks like we're in game 2, and be still my heart. Asmo Food on the left side. Yeah, Mason on the left here is going to be playing Asmo Food versus Amulet Titan in the hands of Aaron.
And what a sick Majora's Mask tattoo.
Oh, is that what it is? I didn't even notice that for a second. Yeah. You know what? I'm an Ocarina of Time guy myself.
Sure.
Yeah.
It is better, but Majora's Mask, it deserves some love. It deserves some love.
I'm man enough to admit that I played a lot of Ocarina of Time, and I needed help with the water temple. I had to go find online or whatever how to beat it. I just couldn't. I mean, I remember playing Zelda on Nintendo when I was a child, and you had to go get Nintendo Power, the magazine, to find it out. Because, you had to go find, like, I think it was like the desert temple, couldn't figure out how to get there.
Yeah, how would you ever figure that out?
Yeah, because you had to go, it was like up 4 times, left 3 times in the desert. It was, whatever. I'm really dating myself. See, you see, kids, Nintendo was a gaming system that we played back in the 80s on our black and white televisions, and we were happy with.
They recently made a film, Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
And
that was based off of a game from that ancient piece of technology.
Yeah. What a good movie too, man. Did you watch
Was it actually good?
It's very good.
I honestly, I want to see it because I've heard the Jack Black stuff is just amazing as Bowser, and the songs are really good.
Is insane.
I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Not a huge animation guy, but like I'll go out of my way to watch it for you, Hal. I'll let you know. I'm just gonna randomly text you like 3 nights from now. I'll be like, Mario was good.
Great movie.
You'd be like, wait, what? Oh, okay.
Great film.
Yeah, great film.
And I have not gotten to play with the food deck, but I've watched a lot of coverage of it, and when Spike was messing around with it.
All right, I'm sure everybody at home's gonna really love this. Do me a favor, can you pull up the deck list on the thing here? I want you to try to say Asimo's full name for us. Can we get that from you?
Pronounce it.
Okay. There's gonna be some work here, Chad. He's having to get situated and find the card. While he's doing that, we'll take a look at this game. It looks like Aaron has got a Valakut in play, so kind of getting that going, but that's a little bit further down the line. It looks like, let's see, is that an Inti in play for Mason? Yeah, one of the newer cards that has been taking some of these formats by storm. Really good 2-mana attacker that helps you kind of loot cards, get your damage in, start putting trample some of these, and pull some counters. And guys, we can't talk about pick your poison enough. Just so good all weekend long. Comes up yet again, and hey, Hal, that card's got play. What's the name of that one?
Man, let's just sound it out. So it's
phonetically, phonics. Hooked up phonics. That was a thing when I was a kid. Let's go.
Mar stand. No, I'm running out of breath.
Yeah, see, you're doing it syllable by syllable. You gotta do the whole thing. That sounded perfect to me. There you go. Good enough.
And speaking of, he's playing 4 Termoglyphs.
There you go. Oh God, be still my heart. I miss Termoglyphs so much. Yep, Asmo cookbook though, set up for Mason, and looks like this is always really scary whenever you're sitting across from the Amulet Titan deck.
Man, the card from the new set Breakout, that's such a sweet card for this deck too.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a Summoner's Pact going on. It's going to go ahead and go to Azusa Lost But Seeking. And this is going to let Aaron put a ton of lands into play this turn.
Ugh, boring Amulet Titan. I'm just kidding. I love Amulet Titan too.
It's just a math problem.
I know.
I'm not good at them, but it's just a math problem.
Yeah. I did play the Summer Bloom version because that was not a math problem.
Yeah, that was just cast Summer Bloom. Are you dead?
I mind on turn 2. Are we good?
Yeah.
Can we pay for 3 slaughter packs?
Are we done here? Yeah. All right, so the Azusa Lost But Seeking going to come into play here. It's going to let Aaron play 2 more lands this turn if he'd like. Or if he just has a bounce land, that'll also get him 2 more land drops.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like to be. It's going to be Gruul Turf. Oh, that's even better. That's going to pick up the Beseiju. And if Aaron wants, he can keep that in his hand. Oh, looks like he's going to play the Beseiju back out.
That's your second land for turn.
That's a trick that this deck can do quite a bit. You know, using something like Gruul Turf to pick up one of its utility lands that they've been using for mana, and then be able to like channel that Beseiju later. So really cool here. Does look like he has another 1-drop here. There. It looks like he's got his own Pick Your Poison.
Ah, man. So last year it was Haywire Might.
This year,
Pick Your Poison. Yeah.
Yeah. This card has become a multi-format sideboard all-star.
Yeah. I think I heard about someone. I think someone's main decking this card today too.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's a Spike. He wouldn't be surprised with Spike.
Probably.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so I make a food in response to
I would not be surprised to see these main in some formats.
Okay, I sack the food for the.
I don't know. I just got a little hungry. How about you? It looks like the food generation is starting here.
Yeah, there's not enough food in play for me, but maybe we'll get
Not enough food in this room for me. Can we get catered back here? That'd be great. Need some tendies.
So, okay. Have you ever had lanes?
No, I don't know. What is that?
Have you had canes?
Yeah, I've had canes.
Okay, so lanes, it's very controversial. Lanes actually came before canes.
Did it? Okay.
And they have bread, chicken, fries,
Same thing.
and pepper sauce,
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
which is what canes is. It's a pepper sauce.
It's always funny to me when people ask me if you ever had canes before, like canes or Raising Canes, because the very first one was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where I'm from, and I actually went when there was one. It's on it's on LSU's campus, my alma mater. Go Tigers! That's GEAUX. Go Tigers, by the way.
You got their address.
Yeah. Oh, you just got to spell it right.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that GO stuff. It's GEAUX.
So, yeah, it's a big controversy. Lanes.
Is this actually a big controversy, or is it a big controversy to you?
No, it's
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Canes truther. It's fine.
That's my canes truther.
Someone bring me lanes the other day, and they do have a spicy option. It's
good?
phenomenal.
That's good.
It's better.
I'm surprised they don't have a spicy option at canes.
No, but I do respect.
Okay. Now you said it was bread. Is it Texas toast though?
No,
Because Texas toast is superior.
No, it's
Okay, that sounds pretty good too, though. Sure. And the lemonade, the canes lemonade. Oh yeah, yeah.
It's really good.
The canes lemonade is the pick your poison of lemonades. Like,
They can do it all. Back to the match.
back to the game. All right.
There's some food in play now.
I just got so hungry. Why?
Did you eat earlier?
I did.
Oh well.
I'm a big boy, Hal.
Yeah, I mean, you can eat again.
I contain multitudes, but right now I don't contain multitudes of food. And that would be nice if it did. I love you, Hal.
Oh man. Yeah.
Thanks for putting up with me today.
This is great.
Yeah.
Is it 4 or 5?
Yeah, I'm having so much fun, man. The HBMO is just so much fun for everybody. It's so awesome.
This weekend.
I know, right? From all the lanes I'm gonna eat. Yeah. Hashtag not sponsored.
No, they can.
Lanes, if you're listening, if you're hearing this, you're liking this. Yeah, there you go.
Monetary, chicken wise.
Yeah, we went. Look, there's link at the bottom of the screen there on the left. Donate at HunterBurtonMemorialOpen.com. Make sure you check it out.
Mr. Lane.
Anybody listening, if you want to make a donation, you can do that. Maybe you can send us a donation to get lanes as well after the show. We will take that donation, put it into the Hunter Burton Foundation, then we'll pay for our own chicken. Yeah. Mason and Aaron, I'm sorry if you're watching this in the future, listening to us talk about chicken the entire time that your match is on. I will try to focus up. I happen to be just a little too hungry, but we'll get back into this.
Made to the foundation. I will match for my lanes.
Somebody donate $10 right now and let us know. That'd be awesome. Oh, here's the card you were talking about.
Which one?
The breakout was happening.
Yeah. So it's 2 mana, 1 red, 1 green, sorcery, rare from the new set. With the top 6 cards of your library, you may reveal a creature card from among them. If that card has a mana value 2 or less, which we have some of those,
just a few.
May put it on the battlefield and it gains haste until end of turn. If you didn't, put the revealed cards revealed card onto the battlefield. This way, you put it in your hand instead. Cool. So we've got one that costs 0 that we would like to put on the battlefield.
Is that how Asmo blah 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 blah, blah works? Yeah.
Yeah. The card. Just say the like first 2 syllables and the last 2.
Oh, and you just put the little mark in the middle, like the hyphen, and yeah, okay.
Buzz through the middle.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You just say it really fast with authority, no one will ever question you. Yeah, what are they gonna do? Say it correct and correct you?
If they do,
good on you.
Yeah, go ahead.
One funny thing about Asmo, there's multiple food in play. It's a pretty good answer to a Primeval Titan.
It is pretty, yeah.
Nice clean answer to a Primeval Titan.
So the food deck's got a lot of things in play, which that's what that deck does.
This is another deck that's just like, it does stuff.
It just does stuff.
It just makes a bunch of things.
It's winning, but like Amulet could just win immediately out of nowhere.
Yeah, every now and then Amulet does Amulet things. All right, Urza Saga for Aaron. I think we've got an Amulet of Vigor in play as well. And you see him doing count. This always worries me. Anytime I see an Amulet player start counting, I'm like, how dead am I?
I just set my hand down, I put my hand on the table and just like, let me know. When it wins it over.
The funny thing is about like 80 to 90% of the time you're dead.
Yeah.
And then the other 10%, they spend 7 minutes figuring something out. And then they're like, no, you got it. I can't. Yeah, I can't. Or your go. Yeah. Because they're like 1 mana short of like the 17 mana, like 3rd permutation of way to kill you. Yeah.
Seriously? Okay.
Look, more power to him because this deck is unbelievably complicated.
Yeah.
Anyone, especially like, look, Aaron's undefeated with this deck technically right now, 4-0-1. That means he's pretty damn good with this deck. And I have to respect that because I cannot play this deck at that level.
No. There's a lot of decks like that in Modern. It's really hard decks. I need something powerful, easy to execute, and a little spice involved, but...
Does look like Aaron's going to go ahead and Summoner's Pact. I think he's got enough mana to play a Titan here. And since he tapped all of it, I believe that's what's going on.
I like his hat.
Oh, that hat is great. I just saw that. Well, he's not living up to the hat today.
Need a new hat. You have to update your hat.
Yeah, Aaron, you can't be wearing an O2 hat when you're crushing a tournament. You can wear whatever you want, buddy. The hat looks great.
Looks good.
Looks great. Got some good looking stuff this round. Got a great hat, great tattoo, really good beard. You know, like. I wonder what the tattoo in the other arm is.
And his shirt says 03.
This is your show. Is
well,
these guys got to be teammates or something, man, or buddies.
No faith. They're just like coming in. I like that mentality though. It's like, it's fine. I'll be done after round 2.
Whatever happens, happens.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Oh crap! I'm 4-0.
What do I do? I've never been here before.
Yeah.
I'm sure these guys have. I didn't mean it like that. Yeah. Me personally, I've
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be enough since the Titan was taken care of by the 2 food here. It looks like we're going to get a game 3 between the Asmo food and the Amulet Titan deck. Maybe we could like. Do you think we should be serious for game 3?
All right.
Yeah, maybe we should do our job.
While they're shuffling up, I'm gonna have one more. I'm gonna tell one more food story.
Yeah, go for it.
So I got Taco Bell a couple weeks ago, regrettingly always, but I'm never happy after.
Live Moss, man. Come on.
Fun to eat and then just.
We'll stop there.
We'll stop.
We'll stop there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I got my order, right, and I put it in the passenger seat of my car, and I pull out, and my car starts beeping at me to put its seatbelt on.
Yeah, you got that much Taco Bell.
Yeah.
How?
I don't even think it was that much.
How?
It was like one of those. They do the boxes, the combo box.
You act like I'm like a Taco Bell frequenter. You act like I know what I'm talking about.
What they do?
No.
They put a lot of stuff in like a box.
Yeah.
It's a little heavy, I guess. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. They told me to put in seatbelts on. So I did, and then I went home.
Deal with it.
Back to the match.
It's like when you get the groceries, and mine says like check your back seat because it like registers the weight in the back of the car. Yeah.
1.5. I feel it all the time. I only got 2.
Because I never have room in my trunk. I always have my golf clubs in my car. So like because I'm lazy and never take them out.
Sure.
But,
yeah.
All right, so you have Primeval Titan in the opening hand from Aaron there. I thought I might have said to pick your poison as well and a Dismember. So some early interaction and a sideboard card. don't know what else he's got there. It looks like it's going to be a keep from Aaron. Didn't get a good look at what Mason's got going on his side.
You got pick your poison in your hand. I'm not mulliganing.
Yeah, I know, right? It's the best card. It's the best card of the damn set. It's the best card of the format.
Sorry about the extra. What time do you want to reconvene for the next round?
It might be an amulet too.
And looking at the food list, this is completely different than what I was used to seeing. There's a lot of new technology in here.
There's a lot of sweet ones in this one.
Yeah, like the Inti character. Is it Inti or Inti? I don't know.
I call it Inti.
Inti, yeah. That card's sweet. I think the versions I was used to before were like the blue-black ones. Or even like Grixis.
Yeah, I remember Blue Black Food and stuff. All the streamers were trying it out. I think Doomwake was a big time proponent of the food decks, was always trying to make it happen.
Oh, with Time Siege? Man,
Yeah.
Time Siege is one of my all-time favorite cards.
All right, let's go to fetch here on turn 1 for Mason, and everybody's favorite one drop, Ragavan.
That gets all the busted one drops.
Now, Aaron does have a Dismember in his hand here, so he's going to be able to answer it if it's something that he wants to do with his second turn. Yeah.
Doesn't get much better than that.
That's why you put the Dismember in your deck.
Yeah.
And that is a Steam Vents that Mason went and got there. I'm up on the alternate arts, by the way. I'm trying as hard as I can.
That is a Steam Vents. It's pretty sweet looking.
Yeah. I believe that is a Scalding Tarn that's in the graveyard as well, into a Steam Vents.
That looks like a blue-black fetch.
Yeah, I think that's a Scalding Tarn.
I mean, I'm gonna take your word for it.
Want to bet some lanes on it?
Some lands?
Some lanes? You want to bet some lanes on it?
I don't have any land. My grandfather does.
No, lanes.
Lanes.
Lanes. Not land.
Goodness.
Would you like to bet some? Would you like to bet some acreage on it? What?
Lanes. Yeah, we can bet lanes.
How ballin' do you think I am?
I don't know.
You got it like that? Yeah. All right, looks like the Dismember is going to go ahead and take care of that Ragavan, like we said. And then one of those bounce lands got to come into play. Here, and it's the green-white Selesnya one. So we'll see if Mason's going to be able to start recouping from here. Maybe have another threat here. A lot of 2-drops in the deck that are good. Looks like I saw an NT as well in there. Yep, that is a Steam Vents. I can see that now. Can't see the graveyard, though. All right, Wooded Foothills. Going to get cracked here. Mason's going to go down to 16 at least. See if he wants to get another dual land here. Nope, just a mountain.
Okay. All right. All these sweet lands. That's the mountain we're going with?
That's definitely off of like you don't need to get your lands for when you're drafting an event and they have the land station. That is a land station mountain. You know, you might add it at the last minute, maybe.
Maybe it's favorite art. Gonna be the favorite art. Speaking of, there's NT.
Yeah, I love this Magic art. One of my favorite ones they've printed the last few years.
Yeah.
The Crumbling Visage is going to come back out for Aaron. It's going to make a mana. It's going to untap with the amulet. He's now got 4 mana available to him here, but it looks like he doesn't have anything to do with it. We talked about this opening hand. He's got some sideboard cards, a couple of good early ones, but
yeah,
we didn't see anything much else besides the Titan that was behind this. It looks like he hadn't found anything as well. All right, Inti's going to get the first tag. It's going to discard an Ovalchase Daredevil. That's a great card to discard this deck.
Yep, you like to have that in the graveyard.
Little value off time. I believe that's a Bloodstained Mire. It looks like he's going to go ahead and play the land from his hand. You can't blame him either. It's a Urza Saga. That's a good one to get into play as quickly as possible.
It's like at least 2 more lands in Mason's hand.
Yeah, and we got a cookbook here as well, which is going to bring the Asthma back to hand. We're going to start that whole process. Soul Guy Lantern as well. It's going to go ahead and take the Dismember out of the graveyard, remove that from the game. But now the cookbook's kind of working. He's got cookbook, got Overchase Daredevil. It's going to be able to make as many foods as he wants pretty much for the rest of the game.
Yep.
He's got an NT, he's got a clock going. So let's see if this is going to be enough for Mason to bring this match home. One of these guys is going to get out of this round still undefeated.
Yeah, Aaron's going to have to put something together. Just a handful of sideboard cards and lands isn't going to do it. But there's the Pick Your Poison. That'll... Oh, okay.
That makes him sacrifice an enchantment.
Yep.
Since there's only one on the side, being Urza Saga, it's going to go ahead and take it. It's going to get the LD going in the deck. All right, food getting made by Ovalchase Daredevil. Since we discard a card that also triggers Inti, another cookbook goes to the top here.
Mason's really cooking.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
until your next instant.
All right, well, it says right there. Is that satisfactory?
Yep.
On the card?
Yeah, I can flip it around if you want. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
It's the bottom paragraph.
Okay.
I think they're just checking the. I think Aaron's just making sure on the timing of the card. I would have to here as well. It's like, okay, so you did this at the end of my turn. The cookbook's still there because I believe it's till the end of your next turn,
Right.
if I remember right. So the cookbook is technically still there for Mason to cast here if he'd like to. A little choked up on mana since he lost a land here, though. He's going to make another land up here, giving him his third. It is going to come into play untapped because of that. And it's Copperline Gorge. It's going to give him another source, another color source here, which is the green. I'm sorry. Opal Chase Daredevil going to get pitched to the NT here. It's going to reveal an Urza Saga. It's going to be attack for 4. Aaron's life total getting kind of low here.
And you can play land cards with NT as well.
Yeah, I think it says play, right? It doesn't
Yep.
say cast. So if it says play, then you do the land cards. If it says cast, you can't do those.
Good.
So, keep. We're gonna go.
It's just a pass back over to Aaron. It looks like Aaron's going to play Vasuva. It's going to copy the bounce land. So this is going to be a Titan this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tap the Crumbling Visage for mana. Gets returned to the hand because of Vasuva being a bounce land. Here we go. 5/6. This
Yeah.
makes Primeval everyone's favorite green creature, Primeval Titan.
This is what Aaron needed. He needed something to get the game going. Primeval Titan will definitely do that, but Mason may have a response.
Trigger on stack. We're going to. Is that a Trickster?
That's Tidebinder.
Tidebinder. Sorry, it's a Merfolk Tidebinder here to take care of that.
God, we've seen that card be such a blowout this weekend too.
Yeah, Courage has been absolutely great in all the formats it's getting played in.
We just start a modern deck with 4 Pick Your Poisons and 4 Tidebinders. And
Sounds good to me.
yeah.
So to go ahead. Speaking of Termagoyf, there we go.
Daredevil comes back. Yep.
Yeah, we have seen it all today.
Yeah. We've gone through like the full spectrum of modern, and even back in the day, we've seen some really old school hits as well. So we've seen Archon Ravager and Termagoyf today.
Yep.
We're gonna activate Cookbook. Yep. We're going to discard Daredevil. Yep. Go to Foothills. Get food.
All right, Double Chase Daredevil, making more food.
And this engine with Cookbook, Daredevil, and NT is just so crazy.
The thing is, there's no Asmo here to be able to sacrifice the food to take care of the Primeval Titan because look, the trigger got countered, but the Primeval Titan's still in play. And if Aaron can find any way to take care of that Tidebinder, then Titan's gonna have its way. But when Aaron's down to 9, so he's gonna be a little worried about his life total. So I don't know if Mason can attack just yet, though. So it does look like Termagoyf's gonna come out to play.
Yeah, this is getting really dangerous for Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Cast Ragavan. Yep. Master.
Ragavan as well. Go ahead, set up a board that maybe could be able to just attack through a Primeval Titan next turn and shrug it off.
Man, unless Aaron has something, he definitely can't attack.
Also, depending on how big the Termagoyf is, if you attack with the Termagoyf and put the +1/+1 counter plus give it trample from NT, this might be able to just rumble through Primeval Titan.
Yeah, this food deck is really sweet.
Well, this is a really good one for Aaron here. The One Ring. He's gonna go ahead and draw the card now. Protection trigger though, definitely for Aaron. So he's at least a turn off of not getting attacked by all these giant creatures that Mason's assembling.
Gonna cast a Breakout.
Breakout. Yep, that's good.
All right, there we go. We got another breakout.
Yep.
That card gonna have a breakout this weekend now?
It might. It might.
Yeah, I think so. It's
That's what it's
possible.
called.
It's possible.
So,
Saw a Haywire Might. I didn't get a glance at anything else that was in there.
and what? And where am I? Not terrible right here. Yep.
Honestly, just really wanted to hit an Asmo there.
Yeah.
That's what we're really looking for. Asmo would have unlocked those food, be able to kill all that Primeval Titan right off, and the game would have not been over. You have the One Ring kind of doing its thing, but Aaron's definitely way on the back foot here.
4 food. Trigger.
But he actually doesn't have a green to activate the Haywire Might right now. Well,
Now he does. Yeah. Thumbaground off the NT activation, or the NT trigger.
Cards exiled with NT over there.
Glyph didn't grow to an 8/8 by chance, did it?
So I just saw more of the shirt. It says 03 drop, while the other hat just says 02.
Okay.
So this one's non-committal. He's like, look, I might be 0-2. Maybe I play it out. Maybe I don't.
Yeah.
Mason knows where he's at. He knows who he is. He's like, 0-3. Yeah, we're done.
I don't need to keep going.
Yeah, I found out what I need to know today.
That's something I was respected about Reed Duke. He said if he went to a tournament, he played every round no matter what. He's like, that's what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
Came to play cards.
Yeah, there's something respectful about that. Look, not my bag.
No.
Not my thing.
No, we can shut it down.
Row 3, we're good to go.
It's fine. Go get some lanes.
I was gonna say, go get some chicken. Yeah, go home.
It's okay.
Especially if I drove far to get to wherever it is. You know, if I drove a couple hours to play this event, I'm home. Yeah, they got us good today. We'll get them good tomorrow.
Take one.
All right, Aaron's gonna untap, take 1 here down to 7 from the burden of his own ring.
Okay. We're gonna do some quick chamber.
Looks like Simic Growth Chamber is gonna come in, add some mana. It's gonna pick itself up here. Aaron should definitely be at 7 here, right? I believe.
I believe so. And Mason decided not to activate the Haywire Light.
Yep, draw 2 here off of the ring.
4, 6, 7.
Like, add a bunch of mana here. Looks like another Primeval Titan. Or is that that's a Cultivator Colossus?
It's the Colossus.
Response to the cultivator, I guess. Yep. I'll exile amulet.
Now we're going to activate the Might.
Yep, so go ahead and kill the amulet. Okay.
It's like that. He didn't just want to fire it off on the ring, wait and see if he needs to hit the amulet.
Simic, draw. Simic.
All right, here we go. Spin the wheel.
2 west.
Teleria West just getting played here after the 4th land. Here comes another Teleria West. Draw another card. Mirror Pool. That's a Gruul Turf. Trying to keep up with another Gruul Turf.
Seiju. Draw.
Yeah,
Oh,
this really
Seiju.
bad news with amulet in play.
Oh, yeah. Imagine if Amulet was to play right now. There's a Valakut.
Oh,
That one's relevant.
Vestige.
How many mountains are we at? I don't know if can he actually just do it all natural without the creature? I don't think he can.
I don't think so. Yeah,
Crumbling coming into play here.
I think there's 0 mountains in play.
Yeah.
If you have a time extension and do not already have a judge
1,
on
2,
the table,
3,
please call
4,
for a judge at this
5
time.
player triggers. As well as a crumbling vestige trigger, which I'll guess I'll name green.
All right, so the bounce light trigger is going to put the Teleria Wests into Aaron's hands. A couple more coming up, I believe. Yeah, we're going to put the. There we go. Get all the utility ones. There we go.
So is this
Seiju headed.
come down to Mason has to end the game next turn, or it's just over?
It's very possible that's what's going to happen here, because especially if Aaron has, if ever finds access to turn Valakut on, it's just going to be all hell's going to break loose.
Yeah.
He's going to open up his own Primeval Titan, and then he's going to attack, and there's going to be 17 triggers on the stack. Yeah.
I got a green floating.
I still believe. I think Aaron should be at 7 here.
For an expedition.
Yeah, from the ring trigger.
Yeah, from the ring trigger. Yeah.
Finish off the turn with a map.
We're gonna go to cleanup. Okay.
Discard a few cards.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9.
Mason just waiting for the turn pass.
Yeah, Mason really a little unlucky to not have found an Asmo through his deck at this point in time, but that breakout I found an Asmo last turn. I don't think there's any. I mean, Aaron would have been dead because of the ring trigger, but
Yep.
you'd be in a much better spot here for
You have to
sure.
control the board. Yeah.
Yeah, Asmo's like his big haymaker play.
Modern players, please find your seats on your companion app.
See, is there a way for him to find it, get it going? All right, so it looks like Cookbook's gonna start off with Oval Chase Daredevil. It's gonna start get the Inti going. It looks like a Pick Your Poison.
It is. Yep.
Food.
Okay. Thankfully, there's a map in play for Aaron here to kind of insulate his ring.
Mm-hmm.
Destroy or sacrifice? I think it's sacrifice on Pick Your Poison.
Sacrifice. Yeah. Yeah.
Two blockers. Yep.
Yeah, it's each opponent
They're all
sacrifices.
three modes of
Yeah.
sacrifice. Yeah.
It'll say each opponent. Oh man, coming to commander near you. Pick your poison.
Man,
Got an instant. You have a dismember, right?
Looking through Aaron's, I think graveyard these picked up. I thought I just saw Earthquake as well. That's a card I haven't seen a copy of in a very. I think that is an Earthquake.
Anything different? Nothing different.
Talking about seeing some awesome cards we haven't seen in a while.
Okay, so he's a 5/6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
And that's
7, 8,
like
9,
massive, right?
10, 10.
Okay.
see what Maze can put together this turn. I think this is the turn.
Yeah, I think he just has to have something here.
Want to remind you that when you have results, please make
Oh, is Termagor for rumbling?
into your melee. That way we don't have to shame you like Sam Marquardt.
So I don't think we have Planeswalker though, but we have creature, instant, sorcery, land, artifact, right? At least.
Yep.
So if it's 5, and then you have the Inti trigger, this can attack, right? Let's say we have artifact. We have enchantment as well, right? Because there's a saga. So is it 6? It's a 6/7, I think.
Unless the saga got exiled, is it in the yard?
Yeah, I don't remember. Or was that last game? Maybe I can't tell if there's an Urza Saga or not over there. Okay, here we go.
Discard Daredevil.
Basically, like you figure it out. All right, looks like a pitch to the Opal Daredevil. All right, where's the anti trigger gonna go? Looks like it's gonna go to the smallest creature, spreading it out. I like that. Good trigger Inti here. The card that gets revealed. That is a Wooded Foothills. Hal, I am on it today. Come at me, chat. It looks like that's gonna be the handshake. That's gonna be enough. No way for Aaron to stop enough of the damage coming through. Mason is, oh yeah, the double handshake. That's when you know.
Yeah.
Just got there. And I'm kind of digging this food deck.
Yeah, it's way different than any other food deck I've seen previously, and it looks sweet. Breakout seems awesome. Inti is awesome. Yeah, I like this. Just like engine you set up, you can just control the board and just don't let your opponent do anything.
Yeah, so the food deck's still undefeated. So there's a chance we see more of that this weekend. And the great look, if we get him again, I want him on the other side of the table so I can see the other tattoo on the other arm and see if it's more Zelda or something. We'll have to find out. But well, let's see. Maybe that happens next round. So we're gonna have that for you very shortly. We're taking a really quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Magic the Gathering.